De hecho, they had told my dad, no, no hagas eso, no pongas a tus hijas enfrente, es un error, and blah, blah, blah. And no, he was not wrong.
What is up, LatiNation Latina? It is your girl, AK, and today in the studio, we are joined by some goddesses, some queens, unas divinas, Los Horóscopos de Durango.
Thank
How are you?
We're
Likewise.
doing really good. Likewise.
Thank you.
Likewise.
I mean, only beauty here, okay?
Hell yeah.
Antes muertas que sencillas.
Eso
Of course,
merito.
yes.
Speaking of, we're celebrating the band's 50th anniversary.
Yes.
Given that your dad started the band in 1975.
Thank you. You said it right before we did because
And she
usually we
studied
have to elaborate and confirm
history.
that it's not us. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It is not us that we're turning 50 as of yet.
He started the group in 1975 y pues estamos celebrando la historia, la trayectoria, el esfuerzo, el trabajo de nuestro padre y de nosotros también, obviamente, y pues we're happy to announce all these new dates and to invite you guys.
At what point in the band's history did you join?
Well, I joined when I was 9 years old, so I
Wow.
don't remember the year, and I'm not going to disclose it. But yeah, I've been in the band since I was 9 years old. I was the main keyboard player, and then I started incorporating other instruments. But the least thing that I did in the band was sing.
Really?
Yes.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
It was not like my thing.
That
I
was-
liked it. I sang No te metas con mi cuco and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm being serious.
No, ni princesa, ni esclava,
Yeah,
and
but
then
that
I don't
was
know what
really
other songs.
dramatic
Yeah, but it
song.
was 80s, so it was, you had to be
like
dramatic.
a 9-year-old singing that.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah,
really
yeah.
horrible.
¿De
I don't
dónde
know.
encontraste el rencor?
Yeah. So what the hell? But yeah, I was singing like really hardcore.
Okay. And then Vicky,
songs.
when did you join?
I joined a little bit later than she did. Well, our mom passed, and I was like I was gonna turn 7 years old. So since she was already in the band, and well, my dad was left with us, he would take me as well, So we had like our dance steps.
That's cute.
Y tocaba el pandero y la cabaza. So just like percussions, and then I started doing coros for Marisol. And then later on, I had one song that I would sing, and then I started playing the trumpet like when I was 14.
Wow, because everybody knows you as like the lead singers of Horoscopos de Durango, for this gira. That's what we recognize you as. But you didn't start off that way.
No,
And I
it was
think that's
different.
beautiful. You started playing instruments or with a couple little songs,
Yeah.
but you've really grown.
With ampollas on the street. Yeah.
ampollas.
Yeah, playing la cabaza.
I want to speak about just what you represent because you're two women, very strong, right? Well, what you present to the public. Two very strong women who just slay on stage all the time.
Aw, thank
You
you.
know, you're just
That's
like,
really sweet.
que guapas. Like, we want to be
Likewise.
you,
Aw.
What was it like being two women in the industry in the early 2000s? Being a woman is hard right now. What was it like back then?
It was still bad. It's still horrible. It's the genre's dominated by pure men, so there's very few women. And the good thing is that my dad was always, respaldándonos, and we weren't really solistas, so I think that was different. We were a group, but with women leading, singers, so I think it made it a little bit easier for us, but it was still hard. It's still hard.
Plus, we had always been acostumbradas to be
be with
like
men.
with men,
Okay.
like the band and stuff like that. So we kind of had that
Advantage,
escuela,
yeah.
that school. But it
But
was,
the industry.
but the industry was still kind of like very machista, like kind of like it is right now too.
Hasn't changed.
De hecho, they had told my dad, no hagas eso, no pongas a tus hijas enfrente, es un error, and blah, blah, blah. And no, he was not wrong.
Okay.
He did it anyway, and here we are.
What are some of those life lessons that you had to learn along the way in being like in front of the crowds and just having to be confident and still show up?
You know what? I don't know if you remember, but in the beginning, when we were leading the band, we wouldn't talk that much.
Yeah.
Really?
So we were just like this, like it was awkward, like after we were saying. And so then the guys would talk, and then we had to kind of learn to start letting loose. And then I just don't shut up anymore. But
No,
that
you
was
know
kinda
what? You know
hard.
why we learned? We learned forcefully because my dad told one of the guys, you know what? Can you guys speak a little bit more? Because this and that and blah blah. And that ex-member
remember.
told my dad, tell your daughters that's what they're there for. That's
And
why they're
there
the
we
front.
did, and there we went.
And
there we go.
It's like you should have fired him at the moment.
Yeah. Well, listen,
But,
I'm bad
but
at firing
that-
people.
I
I
was-
cry the whole day.
I was very forced to talk more, I think I was the one that started speaking a little bit more, and then she like started speaking también a little bit more too.
okay.
But sometimes we wouldn't even make sense because
Still don't make sense.
we don't we're like, okay, so what do I say now? And at that time, I didn't like my speaking voice, like, so I didn't feel very confident, but I felt forced to do it. So it just had to happen.
Yeah.
And then it happened, and I just didn't care anymore if I spoke like gibberish or nonsense, you know. It just came out. It's like, whatever, okay, I'm speaking.
Yeah. Well,
At one point, it all makes sense. I'm speaking.
You had to grow up on stage.
I had to grow up on stage.
That's
yes.
so rough. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little rough.
But they say diamonds are made under pressure.
Okay,
that
exactly.
was really under pressure.
Speaking about being in your power, your song, Antes Muerta que Sencilla. Did you know it was going to be a hit?
Absolutely not.
No.
We didn't want to do it.
¿De dónde vino la idea de la canción?
Our ex-rep.
Our ex-rep.
Okay.
Yeah, he found out that it was a really like strong song in Spain.
In Spain?
Yeah, era una niña española.
Okay.
Well, en ese entonces ella tenía 9, 10 años, salió en un concurso y ella es la compositora de la canción, se llama María Isabel. I don't remember the last name, but it's like we saw the video and we're like, wow, you know, this little girl has so much personality, you know?
Are you kidding?
But we're like, wait, yeah.
What the hell?
What is this song? I'm like, no, we can't.
And I'm like, absolutely not. And I was even kind of laughing. I'm like, what the hell's that? And yeah, we did.
But we did it, and
but like
and
Los
it was
Locos
great,
either.
yeah.
We didn't want to record that.
Yeah,
one
we didn't
either.
want to record those.
Everything we didn't want to record became an éxito. So
Just sometimes you need to like get out of your comfort zone, you know, and that's what happened, you know.
I think it's undeniable that we just love everything that you both sing, because your voices are just powerhouses. And I also want to say that I feel like it's so important to have representation like yours for la comunidad, because I grew up in an immigrant community, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard when you're here in the United States and you're like, I don't know if I can represent my culture because we're made to assimilate. But to see people representing your culture that are just so badass, that are like, I'm here, I don't need to dim my light, like antes muerta que sencilla, I can be the most and I should do the most. You know, I feel like it's so powerful that you both, you know, did what you did and you're continuing to do what you do, because you just represent so much strength for like the Latino community, the Mexican community.
That's the nicest thing I've heard. And you're so
But it's so true.
Yeah, she's super sweet.
She's so sweet. We're keeping you.
Yeah, I love your energy and the way you speak and just
you.
everything that you have to say about us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It is a big responsibility, pero I mean, I guess also when you do things with passion, with love, and also respecting your culture and everything, I think, I don't know, that's when good things come out too, you know?
With a good intention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, to switch it up a little bit, let's talk about your fits, your outfits. Okay?
Oh my God, we were just talking to a designer right now. Funny.
Okay.
Just finished talking
Because
to
we
him.
all want to know, right? What
don't
you're going to
know.
wear.
We don't know.
You don't know. Okay, but let's
Yeah.
go down memory lane.
Oh,
What would you say
no.
has been your most iconic fit that you've ever worn individually?
Well, for me, it was the tutus and the corsets.
Okay.
Me, the jeans, like low-waisted jeans.
Wait, how would you say your styles differentiate?
We're really different, but then we complement each other, which is weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
How different? Like, are you more into the skirts? Are you more into the jeans? Like,
I don't know what I'm into.
No,
like,
she used to be
clothing-wise.
into the jeans, but now she's into the dresses and showing off them legs.
eso.
I work out every damn day.
El
you know, that's-
tobillo. El tobillo arriba, watch out.
Before I start falling apart.
Deja tú el tobillo, la rodilla and the inner thigh. No, just kidding. let's show it all.
Okay, definitely in the starter
Some,
pack,
like-
some
like
tutus,
t-shirt.
some bling.
Bling bling. That,
Bling,
that
for
I'm,
sure.
I'm sure of, yeah. Like
The boots. The boots,
Yeah.
las botas vaqueras con taconcito,
Hey, I
yes.
would wear tacones on with my jeans.
Yeah, I know, but
wouldn't
have you
wear
seen?
boots.
No, but have you seen like everybody like posting reels that they're
Of
busting out with
course,
their
I'm always
cajas
on
of boots?
TikTok.
Yeah.
Always on TikTok.
Pues por eso digo.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
because estaban de moda pues las botas así picudas. Not tribal, pero just regular.
There's a
frijolitas,
difference.
Yeah.
Because
The tribal ones, yeah.
Yeah,
like
no,
this.
no, no. The
Yeah.
tribal ones have their own zip code. What's one of your favorite songs that you recorded and that you're most excited to sing during this tour?
The Duranguense ones for me, it's always
Duranguense.
been ¿Cómo te va, mi amor?
¿Cómo te va, mi
Yes,
amor?
okay.
Because we were fans. We're still fans of Pandora and Flans. That's what we would pretend that we were Flans and Pandora when we were
Okay.
little. So every time I sing that song, it kind of brings me back to childhood, you know, pretty memories.
Oh, that's
And,
beautiful.
and from the banda part that we had recorded also, I've always loved No Me Dejes Con Las Venas.
Okay.
I don't know about that one. I just like songs where you can have a
No, well,
Lots of
it's
drinks,
what you don't have to ¿cómo se dice? Be
No, I'm
you don't
thinking
have
of
to
which
like
one.
my song.
No, I'm thinking of what I
What
like.
song, yeah.
I don't know what I like. I have to be. It depends because I switch. It depends. I'm having a
On the
couple
mood.
shots.
Yeah.
I want the one where I can have another shot.
Super high energy, nothing but high energy.
No.
Okay, para la gira de oro, it's not only the 50th anniversary. Vicky, we're going to be celebrating your birthday.
El inicio de la gira,
Ajá.
yes, va a ser el fin de semana de mi cumpleaños. Because the
Wow.
first day is the 18th. It's not my birthday, but the next day que se abrió, it is my birthday, the 19th, July 19th. So yes, it is a triple, quadruple celebration.
Quadruple.
Because on the 17th, it's my son's birthday.
Oh, beautiful.
The 18th is the first date. And then also, it's a sold out, so that's
Right.
a triple celebration
Yeah.
right there. And then the 19th, my birthday.
Y no podemos terminar sin no hablar también con Don Armando. ¿Cómo se encuentra?
Pues muy bien, gracias a mi Padre Dios.
Ok.
Aquí empezando a celebrar desde ahorita nuestro aniversario.
¿Y qué,
50.
qué puede esperar la gente para este 50 años, ese 50 aniversario?
Primero Dios, vamos a tratar de que la gente que vaya a acompañarnos a mis hijas y a nosotros, que estén muy contentos, que crean que lo que van a gastar para ir a ver ese show va a valer la pena. Y yo creo que mis hijas están preparando varias sorpresitas por ahí para
revivir todos los
para revivir o para sobrevivir.
La nostalgia.
La nostalgia, sí.
Me encanta que esté aquí usted ahorita ya que estamos terminando, porque siempre para los mexicanos en familia se puede hacer cosas grandes,
Sí,
¿verdad?
siempre, siempre, sí.
Por eso va a ser una celebración en grande.
Muchas gracias. Mi nombre es Ana Karen y hoy estuvimos aquí con LatiNation Latina con...
Horóscopos de Durango. Antes muertas que sencillas.
Antes muerto, pues sencillo.
¡Eso! ¡Todos parejos!